Everybody, welcome back to Around the Block. We were talking about allowances and whether or not you give your kids allowance right before we went to break. And I do. I give my kids allowance. Actually, once you hit 18, you don't get allowance anymore.
So spend for yourself.
Right. Briar's 19. Briar does work. And so Everly, though, she gets allowance and she does have chores she has to do. And Briar still does chores also as part of just being a family.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was I love this idea. Tinker Federal Credit Union had a cash course over the weekend, a cash course for teenagers, teaching them how to budget. And I think that's a wonderful thing.
I do too.
It's so important in life.
Yeah. Like a lot of times kids will leave the house to go to college and they will have no idea how to manage their money. They have no idea how to check their balance in their debit card. They have no idea how to budget for now that they have to pay for their cell phone. Or, if they don't live at the dorms, how to pay for their electric bills and how to budget those. And I think this is amazing.
I think so, too. So great for kids to learn these things. And what I wish that we would be teaching kids how to do in school is doing their taxes, things that are useful.
Yeah. It's funny because a lot of these kids, they don't have a clue how, they don't realize that the second that you wake up in the morning and you look at your phone to check your time, what time it is, you're already spending money. And the second you go in there and put toothpaste on your toothbrush and brush your teeth, you're spending more money. And they just my kids, they know that we have to pay bills like water bills and trash bills and all, but they don't realize, how much money it is and where it all goes to. And they kept saying, why do you bother us to turn off the lights in our room when we're not? Because you're wasting money.
Right.
Flip the light off when you leave.
Show them the electric bill when it comes in.
Yeah, exactly.
And water, dang. Water is so expensive.
It's the worst in our house because my son loves to take at least 2 showers a day and they have to be scalding hot and they have to be a good 10 to 15 minutes long.
Wow.
Yes. And then he comes out and he's like, I didn't wash my hair. I just try to wake myself up, before he goes to school. And I'm thinking, first off, you should be washing your hair. And secondly, what? You're sitting under the water for 15 minutes to wake up? I can find better ways for you to wake up.
Here, have an energy drink, son.
Yes.
These really work.
Something. I mean, gosh.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's funny that you say that because usually it's girls. I only have girls, so
right.
But who like to take. I've just never heard of boys doing that.
He's so into wanting to look good.
He does look good.
Yeah.
He knows what's up. He knows how to dress. The boy's got good taste.
Yes, and my daughter is 8, and she hasn't. She wants a t-shirt and shorts. Barely brushing her hair before she walks in. She does not even care. She reminds me of me big time.
Right, because you were a tomboy growing up. I was a tomboy growing up.
Yeah.
You played soccer all the way through college. So, she's like her mama.
Yeah, she does not care. She's like, I used to go to school in the middle of winter, and fresh out of the shower with my hair still wet. And this was high school even. Didn't even care. My mom would say, you're going to get sick. You've got to at least dry your hair before you get in the car to go to school. I'm like, nope, I'm fine. I'm good. I don't care what I look like. No makeup, no nothing. So.
They now say that's an old wives' tale about going out with wet hair that you can catch a cold. Yeah.
Really?
They do.
Okay.
I'm sure there's still a school of thought on, no, we are correct, but anyway, I read recently and all of the things that we heard in the 80s, growing up, if you sit too close to the TV, you're going to go blind.
Right.
If you swallow gum, it's going to stay in your stomach for 7 years. Right.
It's funny. I tell all these to my kids still to this day because I heard them from my own mom.
And what I told my kids, and they proved me wrong, is that it's illegal to drive with the dome light on. My parents used to tell me that all the time. I'd say, let me turn the light on so I can see this, in the back seat. And they'd say, it's illegal to do that, Heather. So I told my kids that, and they're like, Mom,
it's not.
You're wrong. They love to prove me wrong all the time.
Your parents just didn't want the nuisance, is what they.
No, I know. They were like, you're not. It's hard to drive. You're not turning that light on. But yeah, all the things that we would hear like that.
Yeah.
Or if you make a face and somebody slaps you on the back, your face can get frozen that way. Remember those?
Yes, I do. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, there were so many things my mom and dad told me about all of that kind of stuff, and come to find out they were lying to me this whole time.
It's always disappointing. I guess we shouldn't get into that. But if you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to Christmas time. Wink, wink.
Yeah, don't get into that.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about Adria's favorite subject right now, March Madness.
Woo!
That's after this.
Oh, welcome back to Around the Block. Did you watch any basketball at all, Heather?
No.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it was on, but was I watching it?
I
I would peek up to see who, would win and who was ahead.
Yeah.
But I can already tell you that Arizona's going to win because they have the best outfits. Red, white, and blue, patriotic.
Well, yes, they are. But as a Razorback fan, I have Arizona winning it all because I was a little afraid to pick Arkansas that far. But Arizona and Arkansas play coming up next Thursday.
That'll be fun for you to watch.
Yeah, I'm really pulling for Arkansas, even though it would bust my bracket. And I'm literally in second place in the March Madness brackets, but I digress.
Within our newsroom?
Yeah.
So what's the pot on that? Like $80?
I don't even know.
How many people are involved in it?
I think 15.
Oh,
so,
okay.
A little bit more than that.
What was the buy-in? 10?
$10.
All right. Well, look at you.
I mean, if I shouldn't have picked Arizona to go all the way, knowing that
they're going to win.
I wanted Arkansas to beat them, but I don't know. We'll see. That guy right there is leading the bracket.
Look at that strut. Look at that strut. Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
You're not much ahead of me though. I'm coming after you. How many
Doesn't take much.
I know.
Who do you have winning it all?
I have Houston.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So he'll probably win.
So
Kevin Ogle and Ken Ogle also chose Houston.
Kelvin connection on that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
You and the Ogle
I don't
boys
like
might have to
jinx
split it.
myself, though. So.
All right. Well, zip. We'll stop talking.
Okay. So, all right. So, obviously, we know that March Madness happened here in Oklahoma City with a round of the first round here, and we have Houston, who's got to win it all, and Nebraska, who are the two teams that won out of our brackets. But look how Nebraska fans celebrated. Let me tell you something. We all know that we can't do this and should not do this. But there was more than 10,000 Nebraska fans that followed their team here because, first of all, it was the first time they'd ever played in March Madness and the first time they've ever won. In March Madness. Now they're going to Sweet 16. And this is how they celebrated in downtown Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they know, which I know it has been. I know it has been cleaned recently, but I don't think they know the grossness.
He's going to go home with a brain amoeba.
Yeah.
But maybe they know it was just cleaned out a few weeks ago.
I still think that there's too much gookiness.
Yes, way too much gookiness.
Yeah. just a reminder that is against the rules.
Yeah, and you've done it twice now.
Yeah.
Go home. All right.
Hey, they can stay and build our economy, but they can't break the rules.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Yes. Be good stewards of our town.
That's right.
Okay. Yes. Let's move on to this next story. So, prairie dog relocation. This is more my speed. I'm terrible talking about sports, but
and you,
unless it's women's gymnastics,
you are so sweet to enlighten me and let me talk about it. So thank you.
You're so welcome. Prairie dog relocation. I think this is cool because, first of all, prairie dogs are they not just the cutest
They
things
are so
ever?
adorable.
That
guy didn't look so cute, but they are adorable.
Yeah, and so this one's wet, and
this
what
one
they're
looks
doing,
terrifying.
it probably is because they're using a little bit of dish soap and water to get them out of their burrows, and then they dry them off and check them for ticks. And then they're going to be bringing them from Lawton to Martin Nature Park in Oklahoma City.
Really?
Several of them because they're getting overpopulated out in that area.
So they're bringing them over here.
Not all of them. They're relocating some of them. Excuse me. So hopefully they don't split up any families. But,
I know. Could you imagine?
Make sure you get Uncle Clark out of that hole down there.
It's like a Disney story. I once had this wonderful family, and then all of a sudden I was just washed away.
We've seen this. Fievel Goes West.
Yeah.
Yes. That was such a good movie.
I've never cried so much in the theater.
I know. Poor thing.
That movie. And do you guys remember, like, at the same time that came out, The Dark Crystal?
Yes.
Do you remember The Dark Crystal?
No, I don't remember.
It was such a freaky show.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what it was about. Just like these weird elfling things.
Oh,
Yeah.
that does sound creepy.
Yeah, it was
One
very
of those
creepy.
Jim Henson.
I remember The Never-Ending Story.
Yes.
And how that freaked me out.
Atreyu.
I mean,
Talk about childhood trauma.
yes, yes.
That was terrible.
Ugh.
I saw a social media video the other day where they reversed 1980s childhood trauma.
Uh-huh.
And that was one of the ones. Atreyu comes out of the quicksand and he's alive and well. I'm trying to remember what else, but it was like movies that we used to watch as kids that were probably, maybe Old Yeller was on there.
Oh, yeah.
That
Another
one
sad one.
really got me.
Yeah. Where the red fern grows.
Oh, yes. Anything that had to do with dogs dying. I was like,
Milo and Otis.
why? Why would you
Did
have so
somebody die
many
in
dog
Milo and Otis?
deaths?
No, but they had to adventure for so long to get to each other because they were separated.
Yeah.
And you never thought they were going to find each other.
Those were the 80s. Maybe
That's
we're just too soft these days. I don't know, but some sad movies back in the day.
I feel like that we're tough. I think that our generation is very tough.
Oh, our generation, yeah. I'm talking about now.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
too soft these days. But maybe, watching movies like that as a young child maybe helped. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, there was a lot less filters when we were growing up. I mean, we're the generation that drank from the water hose, scalding hot water hose. Yeah. And, just
tasted like dirt.
Didn't care.
Right. I wonder how much lead poisoning we got from that.
But we're still kicking.
And you said there's so many filters now, but that reminded me when I was a kid, we had HBO. My dad first was a preacher and then missionaries after that. So everything in my house, super wholesome. And so we had HBO and there was some Tom Hanks movie on. I think John Candy was in it too, I think. Anyway, I go into the kitchen. I'm 4 years old. I go into the kitchen and my mom says, I need you to clean your room or whatever. And I said, what in the H did you say? They both did this. What? And I was like, no. I said, what in the H did you say? And they said, where did you hear that? They canceled HBO that very day.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
I have a similar story with Gabby. She'd heard something on YouTube and she said a different word that was a little bit worse. She called me a B word. But she had no idea. She's like, Mom, you're a... And my son was sitting in the front seat with us. We were driving, and we both go, oh, and turn and look at her, and she's smiling like, right. And then she goes, like, oh no, I just realized I said something bad. And Griffin just starts laughing. He's like, Gabby, that is a bad word, bad word. You cannot say that. And
where'd she hear it?
She heard it on YouTube.
Okay.
And at that same exact day, I went in there and made sure that the age, I totally lowered the age restrictions. Yeah. Told her you cannot watch YouTube anymore. It's only YouTube Kids. And I mean, I went in there and made it so strict, you can't even watch hardly anything on YouTube anymore for her.
Oh, well, you're a good mama.
Yeah, it was funny. It was so funny.
She'll get enough of that as she gets older anyway.
I know.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk about a lot of things, including the World Happiness Report. Where is the happiest country in the world, according to this report? We'll tell you coming up. There is a report by the Wellbeing Research Center at the University of Oxford called the World Happiness Report. And what they found is the happiest country in the world is Finland.
Wow.
A lot of that has to do with less social media use. It also found that other Nordic countries such as Iceland, Denmark, Sweden, and Norway ranked among the top 10 countries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We need to go visit there.
Yeah, we need to get rid of social media.
Yeah, social media is a big deal. It needs to go bye-bye. But
yeah. All right. Today's Bizarre Holidays. I love this first one because I have one. It's Cuddly Kitten Day.
Oh, so cute. National Chip and Dip Day, my favorite.
National Puppy Day.
Yeah. National Tamale Day.
And World Bear Day.
Ooh, that's good. Or Gummy Bear. I don't know.
Gummy bear, teddy bear, actual bears. We don't know.
It still sounds interesting.
Celebrate them all. It's inclusive.
Don't go hug a bear on World Bear. We would like you to be tuned in tomorrow so that way you don't end up hurting yourself.
Fozzie the Bear used to be my favorite. I love Waka Waka. Hey, thanks for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow at 11. We hope you have a great one.